Hello subscriber. The reason why you're watching this video right now could be that you might have recently came across the term proper acceleration and might be wondering what exactly it is and how it is different from the conventional acceleration that we all know, which is rate of change in velocity with respect to time. Well, let me explain what proper acceleration is with the help of few illustrations. Now let's imagine that you are standing at a place. When I ask you what is the acceleration of your body, you would most likely say that it is zero. You are right, but you are actually talking about coordinate acceleration. In the theory of relativity, there is another type of acceleration called proper acceleration. By definition, proper acceleration is the physical acceleration experienced by an object. Now imagine that you are sitting in a car which is accelerating at 20 meters per second square. Would you not experience acceleration? You would, right? But when I ask you the same question when you're standing at a place, you would most likely say that you are not experiencing any acceleration. But the fact is that you are actually experiencing an acceleration, it's just that you are not realizing it. Let me explain. For a moment, let's imagine that you are standing on Mars. Now all of a sudden you will feel that you have lost lot of weight without even spending years at gym. Yes, you heard it right. It's because the gravity on Mars is close to 38% of that on Earth. Now let's imagine that you are in space. How would you feel? You would feel weightless, isn't it? You will feel as if there is no force that is being exerted on you. Exactly. This means that there is some force that is being exerted on you when you are standing on Earth. What exactly is that force? Before answering that question, let me make some more things clear for you. So the coordinate acceleration in this case is zero. Obviously, it's because you are not moving anywhere, so your rate of velocity is zero. And the proper acceleration in this case would be zero because you are not experiencing any acceleration in this case. But if you are standing in a rocket which is moving in upward direction with an acceleration equal to g, g is nothing but gravitational acceleration and its numerical value is 9.81 meter per second square. In this case, you would no more feel weightless, isn't it? Clearly, because the rocket is pushing you in the upward direction, you would experience acceleration similar to the way you experienced acceleration when you are moving in a car. So the proper acceleration, that is the acceleration which you are experiencing, in this case would be equal to g again. Now the thing is that the acceleration you experience in this case would be exactly same as what you experience when you are standing on earth, even though you are not moving. Well, in case of rocket, it is clear that it is the rocket which is exerting that upward force due to which you are experiencing acceleration. But in this case, what is the force which is creating the same experience of acceleration? Well, it is the normal force exerted by the surface of the ground just below your feet. Normal force is equal in magnitude but opposite in direction to the gravitational force. By now, I hope you have realized that you would experience some acceleration even though you are standing still at a place. So the proper acceleration in this case would be equal to g. Okay, so have you understood what proper acceleration is and how it is different from coordinate acceleration? Okay, so let's test your knowledge. In this scenario, Isaac Newton is looking at an apple which is falling free under the gravitational force and is saying that the acceleration of this apple is equals to g. Well, he is talking about coordinate acceleration, but the proper acceleration of this apple would be equal to 0. Even though gravitational force is being exerted on this apple, assuming that the apple is in vacuum and that there is no air friction, the apple would feel weightless as if it is stationary in space. And as you could see, there is no surface in contact with apple which could provide normal force either. So the proper acceleration of this apple would be 0 despite of gravitational force being exerted on it. Now here's a brain teaser. Look at this apple. This is stationary, it is not moving anywhere. So the coordinate acceleration of this apple would be 0 obviously. But what is its proper acceleration? And if it's a non-zero value, what is the force that is causing this proper acceleration? Let me know your answer in the comment section below. Now here's another brain teaser. Imagine yourself standing at the center of the circle. I mean, this is top view of yourself, and you have tied a ball to a thread of length r, and you're making it revolve around yourself in a circular motion. And at this point, assume that the velocity of this ball in this direction is v. Now what do you think the proper acceleration of this ball would be? And what is the force that is causing this proper acceleration? That's all about the theory behind proper acceleration. But is there any significance of proper acceleration? Or is it just an extra term in physics that complicates our life? Not exactly. Proper acceleration helps us to understand acceleration from non-Newtonian perspectives. It includes accelerated coordinate systems. In case of coordinate acceleration, we generally measure acceleration with respect to stationary coordinate systems. But what if the coordinate system is itself accelerating? Remember the example where you were accelerating at 20 meter per second square in a car? Adding to this, imagine that you have thrown a ball which is moving at higher acceleration than you are. In this case, how should we measure coordinate acceleration of this ball? Should we measure it with respect to you who is accelerating at 20 meter per second square, or with respect to me who is standing still? It is ambiguous, right? So in such cases of accelerated coordinate systems, proper acceleration does better job than coordinate acceleration in explaining acceleration of objects. Another non-Newtonian perspective is the acceleration beyond Earth. As we have discussed earlier, in this universe, gravity is different at different places. So even here, proper acceleration wins over coordinate acceleration. Also, if you want to interface accelerometer sensors that are available in market with a microcontroller, you will have to know this. Because by design, the accelerometers which are there in cars and smartphones, they could only provide you with the proper acceleration but not coordinate acceleration. But in this real world, we are more interested in the coordinate acceleration. So having this knowledge of proper acceleration and being able to distinguish it from coordinate acceleration, you will be able to process the output of these accelerometers, which is basically the proper acceleration, and can compute necessary calculations to convert it into coordinate acceleration. Well, I myself made a video on how to interface an accelerometer with Raspberry Pi. If you are interested in it, you can click on this link at the top right corner of this video. That's it for this video. Thank you and see you in my next video.